This is your motherfucking press briefing. I'll be taking any questions at this time. Basically, what happened was I'm in Louisville. We picked up my sister today from Cincinnati, and she's going to Granby's. Not H and Granby's, now it's just Granby's. And my dad is going to fly in to Lexington in a couple days. Supposed to be tomorrow night. So I'm in the Louisville airport waiting, and then we wait so long and it gets delayed a couple times, and then the plane arrives and everyone starts cheering. Then there's no boarding, so everyone cheered for nothing. Then they were trying to find a crew. So I had a picture of Randy Quaid on my phone, the Gimmo or emoji, whatever. And I had a picture of Will Smith with the newspaper looking up at the spaceship. And I was showing that to some people, not saying anything. Then the whole thing was canceled. So then I mob over, they opened up the sections to let us out. And I go to Spirit, where the airline, they had a few workers, long line. And I had waited for the pinhead and face type head hat that he had on. I had waited for him to get up, and then I got up after him. And he got up twice to go and try to figure something out beforehand. Then, and when he did that, a guy appeared that was a worker, appeared to help the situation. He like physically appeared. So then, and by that I mean he came out of a section that like no one was in or something. Like he just, it looked like he had been gone a while, sort of thing. It was kind of weird. So then I go and wait in line. And I get up there and I tell my mom on the phone on the way, I say, I'm going to go talk to them and I'm going to get on a plane tonight because I usually find a way to get up in the air, no matter what, without having to stay in a hotel or have somebody come pick me up. And there was one time I even stayed and slept in the airport and then overslept on accident and still made another flight. So that's just how it is. But that was also before COVID and all that. That was a while ago when I was in college, when I used to travel. So then I get up there and they say, we don't have anything. I said, do you have a connection? And she said, we might have something to LA and then to Vegas. Then she checked in and she's like, no, that's booked too. And she had a strong arm Mexican or some sort of Southern American behind him, or behind her, I mean, kind of like the muscle there, like showing like, look, don't say anything about this storm that Paul Begley's talking about, this solar storm. Could be, I don't know. That could have something to do with it because I said, look, is this the whole country for spirit is shut down? And she said it's a big part of the country because of the storms. They were talking about Florida and all these places had big storms, and that's why our flight was canceled because we were trying to get some pilots out of Florida or something to fly to Las Vegas. So then it was a complete shutdown. Like I couldn't do anything. And I said, "Do you have a voucher for a hotel?" Which my mom told me to ask, and she said no, because it's due to weather. So then I explained this to my mom, get my bag, get an Uber that BA set up, and then now I'm at the Crown Plaza in Louisville, which is where we stay for KYA and Kuna, and which is where I said with Mitchell said, "Oh my God, it's 6:45," waking up in the morning. This is how it worked out. So then they have a bunch of volleyball girls staying here because it's a volleyball tournament. So the whole thing is just weird, And even, I'll say this too, the way that the coding was vibing tonight was weird because it even said PED. And I know what it meant in the coding of the deaths, that it was for a type of Catholic skirt type connection. But for it to say that, it made me question God a little bit, that, who has the keys of hell and death. I'm like, why would it say that? Like, why would it say PED like that? That was weird. But maybe it meant for me to go to Chili's and get a meal, and then there would be some sort of Han or something the next thing. I mean, I basically got 3 meals at the airport, and they were all shat. The first one, smash burger, I threw up. Then I got a drink upstairs in this bourbon type place. I got a ginger beer with some Malibu in it, and then just created a little mixture. And then I went to Chili's, and that wasn't very good, but I ate it. So then got out of there, came over here, and just had a ham sandwich and some chips and a Rice Krispie treat and a Mountain Dew. So I'm not eating very well. This isn't normal for me at all. I'm not like eating very well, and when I don't eat well, I tend to waste money because I'm just like, I'm trying to consume and get what I need, but I just can't get it. And that means I'm being cornered in. I'm not being taken to the corner as the cornerstone. I'm being cornered in, like they're trying to crucify me, is what I'm saying. That's when you get cornered in and you get snapped, That's what they're trying to do. That's how I feel. So there's that. Yeah. So yeah, I'm at the Crown Plaza. It's a good night, It's a good night. We should be rejoicing. It's all okay. We made it. We made it to the hotel. Things could be a lot worse. I could be on the street right now. So I want to thank God and thank everybody who's helped me and that I have a family who can make sure that I get to where I need to be. So, um, have a good night. This is the press briefing. I'll take any questions. And um, yeah, the symbolism a little weird tonight, but some people might be messing with it, or it's kind of reading a certain way because Pedro Castillo too. That's why, going back to that it's talking about the relationship and the information with woman and man. So, all right. Thank you. Have a good night.